As tension fills the dark, metallic corridor, a voice screams, "The hell? We have to fight those?" The unknown speaker expresses fear and frustration at the looming threat. The ominous atmosphere deepens as the voice continues in disbelief. "We have to fight those?" It echoes through the desolated hallway, amplifying the sense of overwhelming odds. In a tense moment, character B urgently questions, "What was the rank of the one who died just now?" Character A, looking anxious, responds with a nervous, "D rank?" This exchange reveals the heavy implications of their grim situation. An unknown character observes a statue in the dark, ominous dungeon, thinking to themselves, even if he were weak, he would still be stronger than an E rank like me. Their apprehension grows as they feel the weight of the opponent's potential strength. In a moment of disbelief, the same character reacts sharply, exclaiming, "But in just one hit?" Shock floods their expression as they process the power displayed by the statue. Suddenly, clarity strikes them. They urgently think, wait a second, as an underlying sense of danger begins to bubble up. They reflect on their surroundings, musing, "This dungeon is at most a D rank," filled with confusion about the unnaturally powerful monsters they are facing. As they ponder, they conclude, "I've never heard of such strong monsters in D-rank dungeons," revealing their surprise and highlighting the mystery surrounding this dungeon's true nature. An unsettling thought creeps in. They warn themselves, if all the statues here move, the tension escalates as concern flares in their mind about what that could mean for their survival. An unknown figure, tense and filled with dread, exclaims, "Don't tell me!" Their concerned expression reveals the rising fear of what lies ahead. In the chilling darkness of ancient ruins, the unknown character questions, "Even the one over there?" Their voice drips with anxiety as they take in the unsettling sight of looming statues emitting a subtle glow. A static view of the ancient ruins sets the stage as tension simmers in the air, suggesting something dreadful is about to happen. The same mysterious character reacts with sheer terror, their face reflecting overwhelming fear as they seem unable to comprehend the situation before them. The scene shifts again, maintaining the dark atmosphere of the ancient ruins as the threat lingers in the air, keeping everyone on edge. With fear gripping them, the character sweats, and wide-eyed, they react to a heightened sense of danger, reinforcing the dire circumstances they find themselves in. In a bright day outside, the title of the chapter shines, setting the stage for what's to come. Sung Jinwoo reflects seriously, saying, "This is not the first time that I find myself in a life-or-death situation." The scene shifts to a dark dungeon where Jin Wu recalls his first raid, admitting, "During my first raid, I accidentally separated from the group and got lost." He walks forward, feeling the weight of his past. Suddenly, he's besieged by a fearsome E-rank monster, and Jin Wu remembers the attack, stating, "I've also been attacked by a E-rank monster and was hospitalized for a few weeks." His scream echoes as the monster lunges. Exhausted and trapped in the dungeon, Jin Wu lies down, whispering, "I almost died of hunger when I was trapped inside a dungeon." He reflects matter-of-factly, "My life was at risk, even though they were all low-rank dungeons." Outside, others exchange magical cores for better weapons, a common practice that highlights the intensity of the hunting world. They aim to defeat stronger monsters through this exchange, and thus obtain more treasures. In a calm hospital room, an unknown voice asserts, "I can't do that," revealing a sense of resignation as Jin Wu lies in bed, enveloped in thoughts of his circumstances. Jin Wu contemplates his reality, thinking, always unequipped. He considers that a cheap sword will only end up being quickly destroyed, showcasing his determination to rethink his survival strategy. He recalls the value of having a healer, musing, "Having a healer would result in my wounds being healed as long as they weren't extremely serious," reflecting on moments in his past that reinforce his self-reliance. At the dungeon entrance, two hunters gossip about Jinwoo, with Hunter 2 exclaiming, "That brat got hurt again." Hunter 1 questions, "In an E-rank dungeon?" They express their sympathy for the healers tasked with taking care of him, illustrating perceptions of his weakness. As Jin Wu sits dejectedly on a park bench, an observer casually remarks, "Did you hear?" revealing that he's now tagged as the weakest hunter in the world, leaving Jin Wu feeling the weight of his tarnished reputation. Sung Jinwoo sits on a bench, looking serious and tired, contemplating his situation. He reflects, which means he is useless, even if he is a hunter. He adds with frustration, "My shoes are destroyed." As he processes his failing circumstances, the narration sets up a sequence. So the first, second, hinting at the challenges to come. In a flashback to the dungeon, a ferocious monster lunges at Jin Wu, who grimaces in defense. The monster roars aggressively, and Jin Wu muses. "All those days that I get hurt, I ignored them mocking me. It's a stark reminder of the violence he's endured." The narration continues with a somber reflection. "And I worked inefficiently in a job that could lead to my own death." This revelation weighs heavily as he assesses his dangerous profession. He considers, maybe that's why, tying his past choices to his current troubles, indicating a search for understanding amidst his struggles. Finally, with a sense of certainty, he concludes, "I knew very well," underscoring his awareness of the harsh realities he faces as a hunter. A powerful force makes its presence known as the fractured rock structure in the dungeon shatters with a bright glow, creating an ominous atmosphere at night. Amidst the chaos, an unknown character looks up in alarm, their expression tense and braced with fear as they sense the imminent danger lurking above. Overwhelmed, the same character covers their ears in panic, bracing for impact as the reality of the threat envelops them. Panic intensifies as another unknown figure shouts, "Everyone duck!" urging everyone to react immediately to the looming danger. In the dark, metallic dungeon, an unknown character observes with a tense, wary expression. They sense something off-panel as the atmosphere thickens with unease. Meanwhile, another character nearby expresses frustration, their irritation palpable. Suddenly, an explosion of energy erupts, illuminating the dungeon and sending shockwaves outward. The intensity of the moment is overwhelming, with bright light rays and motion blur emphasizing the destructive force unleashed. Focus sharpens on a figure as they become the target of an oncoming energy surge. Intense electricity crackles around them, heightening the sense of impending danger as fear grips the surroundings. As the catastrophic energy wave expands, the dungeon trembles with power. The shockwave engulfs the area, signaling a devastating release of energy that threatens everything in its path. In the heat of battle within the dungeon, Sung Jinwoo clashes fiercely with an intimidating enemy, his determination shining through gritted teeth. The enemy, equally fierce, matches his intensity. The impact of their duel sends shockwaves through the chaotic atmosphere, punctuated by the sound of ook. Suddenly, the ground shakes as a powerful force erupts, causing the dungeon's structure to collapse. Debris rains down as an unknown voice shouts in terror, warning everyone to duck. The tension escalates, fueling fear among the terrified onlookers as chaos unfolds. In the dark dungeon, a statue radiates a low-intensity glow, hinting at a powerful enemy awakening. An ominous presence fills the air, escalating the sense of danger. Suddenly, debris falls from a nearby wall as an unknown voice urgently shouts, "Wake up!" The urgency escalates, accompanied by another shout, "Hey!" A group converses, the first asking, "Are you okay?" The second replies tentatively, "Why, yeah. You?" A third assures them, "I'm fine." But tension hangs heavy in the air. Panic strikes as one character screams, "Ah!" The environment collapses around them, highlighting the terrifying reality of their situation. In the aftermath, a somber character reflects, "There are more than just only a few that died," acknowledging the tragic loss. Another voice expresses gratitude, noting, "I barely dodged it. If Sung hadn't yelled out, we could all be dead," recognizing the team's critical moment of survival. Sun, exhausted and carrying someone unconscious, groans in pain. Ugh! Showing the desperate situation of their escape. Joo-hee cowers in fear, crying out, "Miss Joo-hee." Her distressed expression reflects the emotional strain as she calls out again, "Miss Joo-hee." The battlefield atmosphere is thick with tension as her vulnerability is laid bare. An unnamed leader shouts commands, his determined face framed by urgency. He yells, "Don't stand up, just remain in your position," with an assertiveness that aims to stabilize the chaos around them. An unnamed character warns the group with panic in their voice, exclaiming, "If we stand up, it will attack us again." The rising sense of danger heightens the atmosphere as fear grips them all. Mr. Song, appearing concerned, observes the battlefield, squatting in the foreground. He calls out, "Mr. Song," as another character replies, "Okay." Their exchange underscores the palpable worry shared among the team. One of the unnamed characters explains Joo-hee's shortcomings, declaring, "Miss Joo-hee doesn't deal with fear very well." They stress that she can only participate in basic raids, even with her B-rank healer status, revealing her limitations. The narration continues, emphasizing her situation. That's why she can only participate in basic raids even though she is a B-rank healer, reflecting on her struggles and fears. An imposing figure stands still in the dark dungeon, emitting dark energy. The atmosphere feels ominous as a voice whispers, "But here." Observing the powerful enemy, a man remarks, "It doesn't look like anything basic," while another hunter stands nearby, looking concerned. He notes, "Only those who moved died. Everyone who listened to you is alive." Suddenly agitated, the man questions, "Wait a second. Didn't you yell because you knew what was going to happen?" His urgency fills the tense air. Calm but serious, Sung responds, "No. It was just because it seemed dangerous," attempting to downplay his earlier reaction. Sung is shocked as something unexpected occurs, exclaiming, "Huh?" His disbelief highlights the rising tension in the dungeon. A hunter urgently alerts, "Sir, your arm!" Pointing towards an injured character, panic evident in his expression. The injured character grimaces in pain, but tries to reassure, "I'll be fine. Just help me stop the bleeding, okay?" Showing determination despite the injury. Assessing their situation, the man asks Sung, "What rank do you think we are facing?" Sung responds honestly, "I don't know. I've never been on a higher level raid than D rank." In a tense, dark environment, an unknown character grips fabric tightly, reflecting on their past, thinking, "I've only been on a B rank raid once or twice." The anxiety of the moment overwhelms them. Still on edge, the same character observes their surroundings in an ominous temple, asserting, "I can say that without a doubt. This place is above a B-rank dungeon." They sense an unsettling danger lurking. The atmosphere grows heavier as the character thinks, "Even there were no monsters of this caliber." Fear of the unknown begins to creep in as the darkness of the temple intensifies. As the tension rises, a nearby hunter assesses the situation, calmly stating, "That one is A rank." The severity of the threat dawns on them. Overwhelmed by realization, the hunter whispers, "No," their expression morphing into shock and horror as the gravity of their predicament sinks in. With dread setting in, the hunter speculates aloud, "Maybe at S rank." They grapple with the terrifying notion that they might be facing something far beyond their capabilities. The narrator chimes in, ominously announcing, "Just now, in the commandments of the Temple of Carthanon." A chilling acknowledgement of the dangerous history wrapped around this mysterious location echoes through the air. In a dark, ancient dungeon, a stone tablet ominously commands, "First, worship the Lord. Second, praise the Lord. Third, prove your faith." It warns that those who fail to obey will never return alive, setting a foreboding tone. Nearby, a tense hunter looks warily at Mr. Song, whispering, "Mr. Song, the Lord." Their anxious expression underscores the gravity of their perilous situation. Sung Jinwoo, deeply focused, thinks to himself, "I think." As he mentally prepares for whatever challenge lies ahead, reflecting his determination and apprehension. A close-up of a stone statue looms ominously in the dungeon, hinting at greater powers at play. Its imposing presence foreshadows the challenges the hunters will soon face. The same stone statue watches silently, its partial view casting a supernatural shadow over the hunters, reinforcing the air of trepidation as they face an uncertain fate. In the dark and ominous chamber, an unknown figure questions, "Means that one, right?" Their voices filled with uncertainty, hinting at the danger that lies ahead. Sung Jinwoo crouches in a mystic ancient ruin, observing a prominent statue that looms before him, its glowing eyes adding an air of intimidation. Jinwoo's serious expression reveals he's acutely aware of the threat before him. The tension is palpable as an unknown character voices, "Killing them all would also take a long time." Their serious expression reveals anger and impatience. Another unknown figure listens intently, their face set in determination, as they prepare for the dangerous conversation ahead.